I want to talk a little bit about love today. Obviously, lately I have been experiencing the good parts of that, the pleasant parts, as well as, some of those past hurts that come up relating to, what my perception of love was, how that was created when I was young. It's a lot to love someone, and to hate someone takes the same amount of energy. The problem is when you hate someone, it takes away your life. It bonds you to them emotionally. It connects you. It becomes a prison. They now have power and control over you. When you love someone, you free yourself from that experience, from that person, from not even from that person, but from the behavior of that person. So the trap to think that I'm going to hate them, I'm going to hold on to this bitterness, I'm going to you withhold from them and maybe everyone else. You are only hurting yourself. You are only creating bondage for yourself. You are tying yourself down. You are rejecting yourself and rejecting everyone else from loving you and accepting you. Self-love is important, but I think sometimes, possibly, you can hide behind that. That becomes your defense mechanism. Well, I love myself. That's very good and it's important, but then what? So are you good with it just being you for the rest of your life? Are you good with you being the only one that loves you? Like, I don't think everybody's that way, but I would say if you're on that campaign, and I like that campaign, just maybe check in with yourself every once in a while. Okay, I love myself and I'm happy with myself. Is this out of a place of humility or a place of pride? Do I love myself because I'm better than everyone else and nobody else is going to get in here because I've already done that and I'm the only person I can trust? Or do you love yourself enough to let other people in and open yourself up? I do believe that love conquers all. I don't think that just hugging a bunch of people is going to make the difference. I think it's going to take a lot more than that. But this fight that goes on between races, between genders, between, like religion preferences, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like foreign or domestic cars. I mean, it's just, there's always something that somebody's got an issue with. These are learned behaviors, and this starts when we're young, and it's so much created in our environment. This racism, prejudice, this all comes from, it all originates from a place of hurt. These are things that happened forever long ago, like a long, long time ago. And I'm Native American. I can jump on this bandwagon because we were the first slaves. I mean, everyone can go back into their history and find something to be pissed off about. That is so easy to do. Every one of us could do that. But it's a learned behavior. We're not born to hate someone else. So we are creating this continuing of hate, of bitterness. It comes from a genuine place of hurt, but it's carrying into hate, and we're creating this massive gap here of not being able to forgive. If we cannot forgive, we cannot love. It starts with that, because we all have these experiences. We have to find a place to forgive. We have to find a way to forgive. Rollo May said, freedom is man's capacity to take a hand in his own development, and it is our capacity to mold ourselves. I feel like I've been thinking a lot about, how in the world can we come back from where we have come as a society? Like how, not even really come back, how can we transform our thinking, our way of doing things to move past what's been going on for hundreds and hundreds of years, that this prejudice that continues in just different forms. We have to find a way to handle this, and it has to come from a place of forgiveness. We have got to release the past. We've got to move forward. Every one of us do. there cannot be this power and control attached to that. We have got to figure out a way to forgive and move forward and to heal and to love one another. Sometimes I think about, like, how does that play out when something's so magnified like it is? I mean, obviously the way I choose to live my life and how I treat others, all those things matter. So my heart is not captive to my emotional state at that moment. I'm like, you know what? I'm okay. I've got this, because that's not my issue, you know? And I've realized that I'd rather operate in this positive energy, because this gives me life. And when I show love, I feel loved. When I hug my child, I feel love, you know? And that's ultimately what it's all about. This creates in me the best version of myself. This puts forth the best version of Susie Q, to love others, to be forgiving, and to be merciful.